Welcome to another Wine and Rum video. Today we're going to talk about the differences in Austria and Barbados when it comes to celebrating Christmas. Yay!
Hi, I'm the rum.
And I'm the wine.
Yay! Yeah, that's us like being so excited to actually talk about Christmas. It's finally here. It's December, like end of the year. What more can you ask for?
Christmas cookies.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that very soon. So, Christmas, what's first on the list?
So the first question on the list is, when do you celebrate Christmas? When do you?
Yeah, I'm going first in this case. The 25th of December. Yes. Christmas Day, and then right after Boxing Day. 2 glorious days full of enjoyment and food.
Yeah, Austrians don't actually wait that long. We already celebrate on Christmas Eve on the 24th of December. That's the main celebration. There'll probably also be celebrations on the 25th and 26th. Usually go around to other people's houses for lunch, tea, whatever, as long as there's food, really.
As long as there's food, there is always food around Christmas.
So the next question is, how do you celebrate Christmas?
Usually Christmas would start kind of like Christmas Eve. Depending, you can go to church at midnight or early in the morning, like Christmas service early in the morning. That's, I'm not sure, 4, 5, 6, some crazy time. I'm the crazy person that would go around for midnight mass. Sorry.
Are they hammering now?
Yes.
The one time we do a video, the neighbor just starts hammering, and they've been building something for I don't know how long, drilling and sawing.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe they had a nice weekend in IKEA, bought lots of stuff.
But that's one horrible IKEA thing to put up because they've been at it for weeks. I don't know.
Yes, so you have to go to church in the morning or at midnight, come back, open your gifts, and get ready for Christmas lunch, which in some households is more served closer to dinner than it actually is to lunch. Bajans, you know exactly who you are.
How do you wait so long for food?
Patience and a lot of grumbling. But there's so much food that you even get invited out Boxing Day to continue eating food at other people's homes. So that's usually how the Christmas celebration goes. What about Austria?
Yeah, we don't have that much patience. Like, we've been patient all for Advent. 24th, usually you go for dinner at someone in the family's house. So depending on the specific family tradition, you maybe have part of the dinner already, or you do the presents first. So everyone's presents will be under the Christmas tree, and you just unpack them. Some people also sing some traditional Christmas carols, like Silent Night, or they read for the Christmas Gospel or some other Christmas poems. And depending on how religious your family is, you always have that one or so person that is like, we're running late here because they want to get to church for a Christmas Mass, which in a lot of places is actually at 10 p.m, so people don't have to stay up too long. But it's like the one night people actually go to church, so you have to be there like an hour or something early if you want to sit down or you want to have a good seat. I don't know what you're missing by not seeing anything, but yeah.
Now the good seat is essential. The same thing happens. I remember one Christmas they had to get like a tent to go outside because the crowd extended that much. What I like is that Subway's like, you do have the Christmas carols, but they'll have like a little choral session for that hour before the midnight mass, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, just realized why the tent works for you, because it's 30 degrees or something outside. It's not like it'll be minus degrees, because I was like, it's like, no matter how religious you are, not gonna stand like in minus 5 degrees or something crazy outside the tent just for church. It's like, just go sometime else. So question number 3 is a very important question. It's about Christmas desserts. What are your favorite Christmas desserts? Difficult question for Samora, because he wants to see everything.
No, I was just trying to think if there's anything more than black cake, cause yeah. So black cake, it's pretty much a rum cake. You have lots of these rich fruits, I almost said vegetables, but no vegetables in there, just fruits. But what you would do, some of the best tasting rum cake, you'd have like your fruits and stuff like that from the year before, and you just, all year, there's this big glass jar with your alcohol that's soaking, the fruits are soaking in it for the entire year. 12 months and then pop, you get to make a cake out of this.
We would do it too if Samora didn't keep eating all the raisins.
Raisins are an essential fruit that you need every day. Dried grapes are civilization. Thank you. What about Austria? The place that has the most type of desserts that I love.
So yeah, again, no patience in Austria. We started with the Christmas desserts like December 1st. Well, really, nowadays it's before. I was reading an article today that apparently bakeries start actually selling Christmas biscuits in late September, October now, which is maybe a bit too much. But yeah, basically all kinds of Christmas biscuits are definitely our favorites. Apparently the most famous and favorite one in Austria is Vanillekipferl, which are like, it's a very simple dough with like butter, flour,
Hold on,
almonds.
Buffer in English.
Buffer in English. ground almonds. And you just, like, you do the dough and then you rootle them, so you have to like form them into sort of half moon crescents. And, oh, there's vanilla in there obviously because they're vanilla half moon crescents. And there's some variations in between recipes, so kind of every own family has their recipe, and it's also actually making them is a big deal. So the family will come together and literally do kilos upon kilos of these Vanillekipferl. So they're definitely
she's not kidding. They're like, I went there a time and they're like bags. They're like shuffling around bags of these cookies. And I'm like, is this to give to other people? It's like, no, it's just for the household. That much Vanillekipferl gets eaten. Totally.
So the next question is about Christmas decorations. Are there any special ones in Barbados?
I wouldn't exactly say special. You do know, you get your tree and something like that. You may opt for a real tree, that of course is imported, Caribbean and all. Or you get your wonderful, my favourite, your nice fake plastic tree. Cause you don't need to throw it out at the end of the thing. You just go up there in a random cupboard hidden away in everyone's house, blow off the dust and cobwebs, and voila! Nice Christmas tree, wonderful and evergreen like they should be. Yeah, but other than that, lights, people really like lights. One of the things is that some neighborhoods like have these competitions where it's kind of like the houses are lit up. That's one of the best things to do. You're driving around and now you're just seeing the entire houses lit up, like lights all over the place. It's just one of the things that you really enjoy, and you're driving about to say, oh look, there's a house. Sometimes traffic slows to a crawl as everybody's like craning their necks being like, that's a really beautiful house. You're like, what's happening? Oh, there's just a lovely lit house there. Interesting story. One of that grandmother used to say is that since you didn't have snow, in the Caribbean, what they used to take was this kind of like, call it like marl. It's kind of like, I'm describing like the dust from limestone, and just sprinkle it all over the house so it looks like if your house got a nice little tiny sprinkling of snow. I haven't seen it done much recently. I think we just prefer to have lights everywhere now.
What about decorations that you put on the tree? Because I remember the first time you came to celebrate Christmas in Austria and one of the like glass baubles dropped and broke. You were like, what? It's actually made of glass. It's not supposed to be actual glass.
Yes. Because I'm like, by now you should have. I don't know what sort of household decides to actually have glass decorations for the time their children and grandchildren. It's like,
or cats.
Yes. At 20-something years old, if your original set of Christmas decorations had glass decorations in it, I expect over those 20 years, one of them have been broken each year, so by now you have none. Maybe we had glass decorations, maybe I broke some of them, I don't know. But it's usually more about the color schemes. We're very serious about our color schemes for the year. I mean, if it's gold and red, Entire house will be going red. The tree has to match. Yeah, totally. Yes, let's talk about trees in Austria. Or decorations, to be precise.
Yeah, with the trees, we do put glass stuff under sometimes.
And they're real trees.
Real trees, yeah, because lots of forests, so we have plenty of them. Some people still put actual candles on them. My family has never done that because a lot of our furniture is out of wood, so yeah, fire hazard. It's like, we might put star sprinklers on it, but we're always paranoid, so we had like a bucket of water right next to it in case it goes afire. Some people also put food in it. They put like a particular type of cookie on it. But one thing I want to mention with the Christmas decorations is actually a funny story, because I didn't know it was an Austrian Christmas decoration. It was this wooden wind pyramid thing that we have. It's just several floors with figurines on it. And basically you have, at the bottom you have candles, and on the top is like a propeller. So when you light the candles, physics makes the propeller move. I'll show you. We don't get it out a lot because it's just a bit old-fashioned, and with all the other wood furniture it doesn't really stand out. But apparently it's very specifically Austrian and German, because in our master's degree this one girl from Taiwan came up to me and was like, "Oh yeah, I heard this is a really traditional Austrian Christmas thing that I've always really wanted to get. Where can I get it when I go to Germany?" I was like, wait, that's an Austrian thing? That's not like a random old-fashioned, some company came up with that thing? So apparently that's a huge traditional thing I didn't know about. Sorry. So the next question is about traditional Christmas music, because there is a big difference between Austria and the Caribbean.
Yes, from, this is a bit more of the Trinity perspective. I'm half Trinity, so Christmas for me always means parang. If I had to give you can't remember the exact definition, but it's kind of like a fusion, a bit influenced by when the Spanish influence on Trinidad and Tobago. So it's kind of like a lot of cool, catchy music about the actual lifestyle and spirit of Christmas. It's kind of, I like to call it party music. That there, lots of wonderful topics about food, lots of food, party, drinks. My favourite, of course, is this wonderful drink, which will probably show you how to make Punch Creme. Oh, it's a delicious drink. It goes so well with black cake. Anybody that can send black cake to me, I'm open, you know?
We'll make the Punch Creme myself, because that's hard to say.
But the black cake, FedEx it, please. But you know, we even have calypsos or something like that. There's a lot of, we love the traditional music and even some of the American music, music from all over the world. But to really get at that vibe, it's kind of like you have your own homegrown local calypso and prime music that makes everything just a bit more fun.
Yeah, in comparison to that very cheerful and upbeat music, Austrian music is a lot more quiet. I bet you know at least one Christmas tune, Silent Night. Yep, that was originally written and composed in Austria. And since you probably know that tune and how slowly moving it can be in comparison to Caribbean music, that's pretty much how a lot of Austrian Christmas songs are. They're often sort of lullaby-like, or they usually performed in a choir, so it's like group singing. It's not their band, it's like just a completely different vibe than Belgian or Trinity Christmas music. It's more about, in Austria, Christmas is a lot about the end of the year. It's getting quieter, you want to recover from all the stress of the year. Everything's a bit more silent, a bit more pensive. At least that's how it's supposed to be. And so the music just reflects that.
Cool. And what's next? Are we getting to my favourite topic yet?
Drinks, yes.
Drinks, a close second. So, Austria, drinks, what do we have?
So, in Austria, there's pretty much just one traditional drink or overarching term for the drinks, which is Punsch. So, when you go to the Christmas markets, you find Punsch there. So, it's basically you have some sort of tea, fruit juices, either like the packaged ones or a mixture with freshly done ones, and a lot of alcohol. So you usually put wine, some rum, there's always rum in them. don't tell the Caribbean people we don't use actual rum. It's like Inlander rum, which is a sort of fake rum that's not like made like actual rum. But there's a lot of it in there. It's very sweet, but very alcoholic drinks.
Yeah, and to be fair to the Austrians, any alcohol or drink that makes it feel like it's okay to be standing outside drinking in -3 degrees, yeah, it's got to be doing something, you know.
Yeah, you might want to slow down after a few rounds if you're not used to drinking them because they're so sweet you maybe don't taste the alcohol, but that's definitely a favorite. And they come in all kinds of varieties, sort of berry flavored, apple flavored, elderberry flavored. It's also berry. Chocolate flavored, Bailey's flavored.
Yeah, enough.
Coconut flavored, orange flavored. A ton of different variations. So last but not least, a big question, at least for the Austrian side, is who brings the Christmas presents on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? Do you want to start? Should I start? Should we
No. I look strange because it's kind of like, well, it's obvious, it's mom and dad. You know, interesting thing about the Caribbean and the tales of Santa Claus. It gets kind of iffy because you're like, Santa Claus comes down the chimney. Then you're like, what chimney? For the time you're like 3, 4, 5 years old, they're like, but how did Santa Claus get in there? You gotta be really good to come up for that excuse. But then again, mom and dad would something like to remind you, yes, it's this wonderful hard-earned money that has gotten you this video game. So it didn't come from Santa, it came from us. Yeah, generally, you know, Santa Claus, family, you know, that's who gives gifts.
Yeah, in Austria, we do have Santa Claus, whom we call St. Nicholas, but he brings presents on December 6th. So yeah, Austrian children actually get presents twice. So on December 6th, St. Nicholas leaves some stuff like oranges, chocolates, peanuts, whatever in your shoes, if you've been good. And
shoes. Like, I'm sorry for all the kids that have like small feet. This is a one for the big feet kids. You get more gifts. Yay!
Yeah. Normally it's actually like you get a bag and it's just on top of the shoe, so it's like you can't find your shoe because it's under the bag.
Okay,
depending on how lucky you are. But yeah, on December 24th, it's actually the Christkind that brings the presents, or Christkind, as we also call it, who is the Christ child, a random angel. At least that's how it's depicted, usually like with a white gown, sort of curly, blondish, silvery hair, wings like an angel. So instead of leaving like milk and cookies, we actually, well, I as a child left out hay and carrots. I still don't know where my parents actually got that hay from because we live in the countryside, but we only have we grow vegetables and wine, not animals, so I don't know where they got the hay from. I was gone the next morning. So the Christkind's house is very happy.
Yeah, Santa Claus brought the hay so you could give it to the Christkind.
So yeah, finally, what do you like best about Christmas in Austria?
Let's see. The obvious question, the Christmas markets. It's something different, and one thing Christmas always needs is a nice social aspect. Somewhere where you're meeting up with friends or family you haven't seen in a while. In the Caribbean, you know, people are flying back in, you're going to town on various events, so you're seeing people like, I ain't seen you since last year. Or, well, you most likely saw it last year, but there's a myriad of New Year jokes that would come afterwards, but just see people from overseas and see who's in back of the island, that's usually the fun part. And the Christmas markets kind of give the same feel where you go all the time, just chill, and you know, that's what it is about. Chill, having a nice punch, same thing all over the world. Good vibes.
Yeah, what I like best about Christmas in the Caribbean is, it's hard for me to say because I've never actually experienced it. I've never been there for Christmas. Not yet. But what I like a lot is that everyone's just honest in love food. Like all the parang songs that are just happily about, I just want pork for my Christmas. Give me the rum and the Ponche Creme. I'm like, yes, this is the attitude I'm here for. Give me the Ponche Creme. I love Ponche Creme.
Yes, we haven't drunk any, so this is all natural laughter and giddiness.
So yeah, that's it for our Christmas in Austria versus in Barbados. If you like this video, maybe also consider checking out my new books, which are also about Christmas in Austria. So you'll find some things we talked about here in those books as well, and some Christmas vibes. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. See you next time!
Bis später!